Lily, thank you for raising your hand. What do you need?
Can I go get some water?
Can you what?
Can I go fill a water?
I don't think there's any water in there because there wasn't any earlier, and then somebody left from 4 Green and they said it was still empty. So sorry about that. If you were in my classroom, I have a few other little water bottles in my refrigerator. But anyway, hopefully you're gonna make it because we're on the downhill side. We've got a little over an hour before the dismissal starts. So thank you so much for all your hard work with setting up your goals on Mappers. Again, I'm saying this so that Finn and Emma, could we say hi to Finn and Emma? Hi, Finn and Emma. So we spent some time, Finn and Emma, personalizing our Khan Academy assignments. Making, Lily, your name's on the board. Was this on for behavior or was this something else? Okay, so now it's on for behavior. Please be quiet and raise your hand if you want to say something. So we want our Khan Academy from here on out to not be one size fits all. Because all of us are different in our math journey. We all have different goals. We all want to move forward. We started here, we want to end the year here. Okay, here is a different number for everyone. Okay, so Finn and Emma, I will be sending directions to you. I will post it on the distance learning log to help you personalize your Khan Academy assignments. So, we have a test on Tuesday. And Finn and Emma, I know you guys often take the test before we even get to it. In this class, I don't get here till about 12:30, and sometimes you guys have already taken the test. So we have taken our big green book home last night. We're going to take it home again tonight. We'll take it home again on Monday night. We're doing the chapter study guide and review, and it's on page 180. Lily, question?
Why did I get a check?
I'm sorry?
Why did I get a check?
That's a good question. So, thank you. Sorry, I put a check there inadvertently. So thank you for raising your hand. So we will not do every question on this chapter study guide and review. We will do some of them from each section. In your notes, I'd like your notes to be neat. If you don't take neat notes, they're worthless. You hear what I said, worthless? They're not worth the paper they're written on. So we will start with the vocab check. It has 4 fill in the blank. And if it's okay with you guys, so that we can get a little bit more material covered before the end of the day and the end of the week, I will just popcorn around and ask people a question. If you are not sure of an answer, I won't be angry. You shouldn't be embarrassed. I'll say, can someone help so-and-so? We all work together, right?
Right.
Good. Then we'll probably get to a few questions on 4-1. We'll probably get through 4-2. We may not get any further than that today. But when you take your book home, you feel free to look ahead at the other part of the study guide and review. Or look back at your assignments that you've got in your math folder, okay? So please make sure you take home your math folder, your math notebook, and of course the big green book. Lily, question?
Are we going to be having partners today?
I'm sorry, are we what?
Are we going to be having partners today?
No, we often do on Fridays, but we had partner work on Wednesday and Thursday this week, right guys?
Right.
What were we doing with our partners, Dawson? What were we doing? A lot of practice with two concepts. What were they?
Multiples and factors.
Good. Multiples and factors. And can you pull your device? Can you pull your mask up above your nose? Thank you. So, I want to start with the vocab check. And before we do, let's just look up at the key vocabulary in the box. We may or may not use all of these properties of multiplication. Okay? We've got associative, commutative, distributive. We've got factor and multiple. We've only got 4 fill in the blank. So one of them we will not use, and sometimes we use one more than once, but in this case we will not. Holton, number 1, 2 or more numbers that are multiplied together to form a product. What are those numbers called?
Pairs.
It's Holton.
Pairs.
I'm sorry?
Pairs.
I don't think that was even in the box. Mary Kate?
Multiples.
No, good try. Abby?
Factors.
Factors.
Oh yeah, factors have
Factors.
pairs.
See how easy that was? I didn't
Yeah.
make anybody embarrassed. Notice that's spelled differently than Miss Factor's name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Factors. We used to call them the two numbers you multiply together, but we now know they're called what?
Factors.
And
Yeah, I
factors
see.
usually come in a pair, don't they, Colton? I now know why you said that. Usually come in a pair. Number 2, I'm going to go over to Grayson. Grayson, the blank property says that the order of the factors doesn't change the product. Like you can reverse the order and they'll still equal the same product. Which property is that? Look above. Which one is it? Some of this we did a few days ago, so we have to kind of think about it. It's either associative, commutative, or distributive. When you change the order, and it still doesn't change the product.
Commutative.
Yes, good job. Can we abbreviate that, Grayson?
C-O-N-N.
Yes, commutative. You can abbreviate it. Number 3, I'm going to go to Lily. Lily, the blank says you can multiply the add-ins of a sum by a number and then add the products. Now here I want to show you an example because those words are kind of confusing.
Yeah.
See if this rings any bells. I'm not finished yet, Lily.
I think I might know it.
Which property is that, Lily, that gives us the product of 81 with all those steps?
I forgot how to say it. It's the one that starts with the S. I forgot how to say it.
You want to help her out, Abby?
Associative?
No. It does have parentheses like the associative, but the associative just has 3 factors and we change how we group it. Brady?
Distributive.
Distributive. How many of you knew that? Wave to Brady. So we can abbreviate it DIST. Now, why do some people like this method? Why do some people like this? And some people go, ugh, I just want to do this. Okay, now think about it. Okay, some people like the second way that I did in green. 27 times 3 is 81. Some people like the other way where we have 20 plus 7 and the 20 ends in a what?
0.
Why do people like different ways to solve the problems? Mary Kate?
Because some ways are easier than others.
Right, some ways are easier than others. And I know that most people, because I reintroduced this to 5th grade, and they're like, I still don't like that, Miss Bird. It's a tool in your toolbox, right?
Right.
Tool in your toolbox. It is a way for somebody that might not know this way. This way is called the standard algorithm. But look, they're related. Didn't I multiply 7 times 3 here?
Yes.
Yes. Didn't I multiply 3 times 20 here? Because
Yeah.
it's in the tens. I did it. That's why they equal the same product. Some people like to solve things different ways. And always, people say zeros, products, multiples, factors. Anything with zeros is usually easier. Lily, question?
Do we want that like
No, I just wanted to refresh your memory. All you need to do is put DIST for distributive. Good question. Right, guys? Good
Right.
question. And I appreciate you raising your hand. We will do a little bit of practice with it again when we get to that lesson where we use it. Number 4, Mary. A or an blank of a number is the product of that number and any whole number. It's one of those words we haven't used. Think of skip counting. I refer to it this way. And they will say 0 times something is 0, 0 whatever times 1. What is it? Multiple. Is she right? Multiples. Now don't call it multiplies. It is not a verb action. action word, is it? Multiple, it's a thing, multiple. So I will step back, make sure that your notes have those, whoo, I'm glad I didn't step all the way on that. I'm gonna move it over here. Mary Kate, I just like, oh,
Oh, it's totally fine.
Okay. I will put a couple of basic
Sorry.
math terms. You might need to know what a factor or a multiple is. You might need to know what a product is, or the quotient. I might put a couple of those on the test. Fifth grade really liked me putting a couple of vocab words on, because it gave more points for the total test. And whether or not you know a vocab word doesn't take you long, does it? You either know it or you don't, right?
Right.
Okay, so I will try to get a couple of very common vocab words, could be some of these, for the test on Tuesday. 4-1. Who have I not called on? Melanie, have I called on you yet? Okay, 4-1. We're reviewing fact families and how multiplication and division are related, right? That's why they're called a fact family. And I'm going to ask Melanie. Melanie, we will all write number 5 in our notes. Would you give us the 4 problems that you could use with multiplication and division with that fact family? 2 multiplication, 2 division.
You could do 21 divided by 7.
Good. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay.
You could do 7 times 3 is 21.
7 times 3 is 21. Okay.
You could do. Do you just want me to do them like backwards?
Okay, so we'll do 21 divided by 3 is 7. And 3 times 7 equals 21. There they are. How many of you remember how to do there's 4 unless you have doubles, right?
Right.
If you have doubles,
You only
if I
have
had
2.
4 and 16, what would my 2 problems be? 4 times 4 is 16.
16
And 16 divided by 4
is 4.
Okay, thank you.
Do we write this in our notebook?
Uh-huh. It's just to jog your memory for fact families. Dawson, question? You may. Did you get this one written in yet? Good. Hurry back, we won't stop. When you all leave the room, we don't stop learning, do we?
No.
And I'm just saying that we are, since we started our study guide review, we are having an A+ part of the class, okay? The first part of the class was probably a B. It wasn't a bad class when we were trying to get into mappers, was it?
No.
It's a little chaotic, but we all got on it. Colson, would you please answer number 10? It says solve. Use a related multiplication or division fact. So it has 5 times 6 equals what? 5 times 6. Oh, 30. What is it?
30.
30. Could you give me a related division fact since I gave you part of the answer?
30 divided by 6 equals 5.
Good. So we are taking a multiplication fact, and you say divided by 6 equals 5?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to give that to you. You knew it, I'm sure. So, multiplication and division, are they related?
Yes.
Some people say division is backwards or the reverse of multiplication. Most people find multiplication easier, and I don't know why. Because, well, their multiplication and division have the same facts, don't they?
Yeah.
You don't have a division facts table on your desk, do you? You have multiplication facts. But division is just the
I
reverse.
think
of it.
division is easier for me.
Number 14. Well, call on Jaden. Number 14. Now, I don't want to write my answer too low, so I'm going to write number 14 up here high, okay, Jaden? I'll read it and you think about it, okay? Andrea needs to read a book with 20 How many chapters will she need to read each day if she's going to finish the book in 5 days? What will we do there, Jaden?
Oh,
She has 25 chapters, and she needs to finish the book in 5 days. 20 or 25?
Just,
I didn't see 20 in the word problem. I thought 25.
yeah, 25.
25. What are we doing there? She has to finish in 5 days. So, we want the answer to be 5. Because we want her to finish in 5 days. Will we multiply? Will we divide? What will we do here?
Time.
Well, what can we multiply by 25 to get to 5 though? You think we would use multiplication, Mary Kate?
no.
What would you use?
I would use 25 divided by 5 equals 5.
Jaden, does that make more sense?
Yes.
Absolutely. How many of you all can answer that? Wave to Jaden and Mary Kate. Good job. If I ask for a related fact, you could say 5 days times 5 chapters a day equals 25 chapters.
That's what I
right?
did.
I didn't get that.
Okay. Would you hit stop? We still have about 3 minutes. Now, let's move on to 4-2.
No.
4-2. It's on page 182. Oh, it's the multiplication properties. We did a little bit of that in our vocab, didn't we?
Yes.
So Dawson, we did you already did 5. We did 10 and 14. Okay, would you put those in your notes? Okay, I'm calling on, who have I not called on since I started this chapter review? Grayson, I didn't think I'd call on you. Grayson, number 15, it has 12 divided by 12 equals 1. And I'm going to say, it says which property tells you that that answer is always going to be 1. If I had 100 divided by 100, it would equal 1. If I had 85 divided by 85, it would equal 1. Which property is that?
ID.
No, there is an ID property with multiplication. And I will give you a hint, Mr. Jewell, because we didn't talk about it much.
I think I know.
I thought you might, but for green, I had to give them a hint.
One's in division.
One's in division. Good, thank you. I'm glad I had to give them, I had to give them what the first word began with. They I don't remember that, Mrs. Bird. But what I want you to remember, any number divided by itself is
No, it's 1. Sorry. I
okay?
get that one confused.
And what Grayson tried to give me was the identity property. That's any number times 1 is always,
Itself.
and we need to know that one too. Brady, question?
Can I go to the bathroom?
You better hurry. Did you get number 15?
We're going and
Did you get 15?
Anyway.
Hey, Brady, we're
Okay.
going in like a few
I
minutes
was
with
like, who else
Miss
have I not called on in the study guide review? I just called on you. Lily, I'd like you to answer number 18. Well, 18, Lily. It has something divided by 14 equals 0.
Can't you not do this well, you can, but
Well, you have a point.
yeah.
Something divided by 14 equals 0. Which property would it be?
Oh, I know. 0?
Zeros in. Well, it's not zeros in multiplication because we're dividing. I'm going to see what they say it is. They say zeros in division. I didn't know we had zeros in
Yeah,
division.
that's what I said. I was
Zeros
like,
in division. Well, I learned something new.
I said that.
yeah,
Thank you.
I thought,
Zeros in division.
I didn't know you could put
Really,
a,
honestly, you really can't.
yeah,
you
that's
really
a
can't put
0 in front of the bigger
No.
number.
Let's see. 14.
you can try, but it's not gonna be right.
True.
That is so strange. Do you know they say the box would have 14 here? It wouldn't. Because it's 14 divided by 14, the answer would be 1. So this is really 0 here. And really, Mary Kate was right. You can't divide 0. 0's 0. There's nothing to split apart.
You could do 14 divided by 0.
You could. I'll look at that this weekend. You want to hit stop, Mary Kate?
Sure.
Now, this is what I'd like you to do. May I model yours, Mary?
Bye, Finn and Emma.